But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why distractions are so detrimental to our productivity in the first place.
Okay, sure. Well, one key aspect is this idea of network switching cost.
Network switching costs.
Yeah, basically, every time you shift your attention from one task to another, there's a cognitive cost.
Interesting.
Your brain has to reorient itself, recall where it left off, and re engage with the new task.
So it's not a seamless transition. There's actually a mental cost involved.
Exactly. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. It's messy, inefficient, and potentially dangerous.
Wow, yeah, that's a vivid image.
Mm.
And I definitely relate to that feeling of constantly switching between tasks and then feeling exhausted by the end of the day,
Hmm.
but not actually accomplishing much.
That's the insidious thing about distractions. They chip away at our time and energy without us even realizing it.
And you know what I think the biggest culprit is?
What's that?
Our smartphones. I'm addicted to mine.
Oh, I know. Dr. Huberman's research shows that smartphones actually create a moderate behavioral addiction by triggering dopamine responses in our brains.
So it's not just a matter of willpower, it's actually a neurological phenomenon.
It is. These apps and devices are designed to keep us hooked, constantly vying for our attention.
Think about it. Even when you know there's probably nothing important waiting for you, you still feel that urge to check your phone.
All the time. Sometimes I even experience phantom vibrations, the sensation that my phone is buzzing even when it's not.
Oh my gosh, me too. It's like our brains are wired to crave those notifications.
That's how powerful these dopamine loops can be.
It's crazy. I read that Dr. Huberman actually conducted an experiment where he
Yeah.
gave his phone to his lab members and offered them $100 if he asked for it back before 5 p.m.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
what happened?
And guess what? Even with a financial incentive, many of them found it incredibly difficult to resist checking his phone.
That's
It
wild.
just highlights how challenging it can be to overcome the allure of our devices and cultivate true focus.
For sure.
It's almost like we're fighting an uphill battle against these tech giants who are constantly finding new ways to capture our attention.
Right.
But knowing that it's a neurological response makes it feel less like a personal failing and more like a challenge we can strategically address.
Exactly.